And I forgot to grab my jeans at the house, and I was like, man.
No, you good. Yeah. But no, you were saying though, you got a lot going on, man. Radio to V Hill.
My life's been very interesting.
I bet. I know.
From the beginning. But yeah, I mean, a lot's changed. Things are still changing, evolving within my life, and I'm trying to make the best out of everything. So.
Right. You came full circle, right? It's like, well, not even full circle, 180, I would say, because it's just the growth, and then it keeps growing. So, how'd you even get into radio?
I mean, radio. So it all started.
What year was it? We talking 1900s?
Oh man. I graduated high school in '99.
Okay.
And I didn't start DJing until out of high school. So like right out of high school, my dad bought me the DJ in a box. So from Guitar Center, it came with like 2 turntables, a little speaker, a mixer, everything you needed to like get started.
Right.
So I got that, and I started like messing around in my garage or back room, and just kept going, like trying to find records, talking to DJs, meeting people.
Yeah.
And then I got my break. I started DJing private parties at the Red Room. Remember the Red Room?
Man, yeah.
So upstairs, I started doing the private parties, and then one day, DJ Shy, he came up, he was like, hey, you want to drop a set downstairs? And I was like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But over that time, I started meeting like Herb and different DJs. Herb's the one that started me in radio. And
really?
I think it was 2006.
Now, did you guys develop like a friendship type of deal, and then like over time it progressed?
Yeah, over time, it was like I was just bugging him, like, hey, I want to learn how to DJ. Hey, I want records. And he was just like, okay, I'll give you records. I mean, I'll sell you records.
Right.
I was buying records.
Did you have a passion for DJing before your pops bought it? Or
it kind of progressed when I started till that point. You know what I mean?
So you were just a fan of like hip hop,
yeah,
just music.
Music.
Like what type of music were you into?
Everything. Like we listened to everything. And when I first got records and started DJing, like I was blending old school with new stuff and like not popular music, because I wasn't getting all the good records at first.
Right.
Whatever I would find at the swap meet, or like, because I didn't know where to get records.
Back in those days, yeah.
So like, back in those days, the DJ was, I mean, a big deal, because they were the only ones with the good records. You know what I mean?
And it was real records, though.
Yeah, they were getting service through the record labels. We were getting, like, I feel like the time I was in radio was the best time. You know, we're getting service. They were sending packages to our house, to the station, records. I mean,
before anybody got it, right?
Anything, yeah.
So let's back up a little, because I want to build that up into how you got there. So you were DJing in the club, Red Room, boom, met with Herb. You guys been cool. He was like, hey man, here's some records, and coaching you.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I need to buy some records. I need records. He's like, I got this little pool going on. Like, I'll sell you some records.
Yeah.
First couple drops, like there was nothing in there. It was like I didn't even know who they were. I think they were just all his extras he was getting rid of.
Right.
I mean, records were records. I was still using them and stuff and going through them. And it wasn't until we started becoming closer where I was like, man, now I'm getting the good stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that just happened. And I think in 2006, I was DJing my friend's wedding, and he called me and he was like, hey, leading up to that, I was doing like the fair with them. I was doing stuff with B95, but it wasn't like, I was doing like mix show weekends, different things like that.
Just because of your relationship with Herb? That's the only way? That was just your link to that?
Yeah, just to get into it, you know what I mean? And so like, and he would even hit me up like, hey, you want to come DJ with me at this event? And I'm like, yeah, for sure. And he's like, okay, you bring all your equipment. So I was like setting up.
Sure.
Doing all the, you know what I mean? Just putting in my work.
Got to.
2000, I think I want to say 2006, he called me, and I was DJing my friend's wedding at the time. And he was like, hey, G wants to hear you mix. Come mix now live. And I'm like, I'm DJing a wedding. He was like, well, like, what do you want to do?
Opportunity knocking.
And so I told my other friend, I was like, at the time, like I had the turntable set up. I had like the CDs. So like he was able to play CDs. I told my other friend, I was like, hey, I'll be back. I got to go take care of something.
Yeah.
Then I told the groom, which was my friend, I was like, hey, I got to go take care of something, but so-and-so is going to cover for me till I get back. It'll be fine. He's just going to play CDs.
Yeah.
And then he was like, okay, well, just come back. And I was like, okay. So I went to go do that. A little while after that, they called me. I got hired at B95, and the rest
Were
is
you
history.
nervous when you first went, though, in front of G-Man?
It wasn't in front of him. It was just live on air.
Live on air.
But, so that was I've done live on air before that, like with the mix show weekends and stuff, like just filling in. But like, there was a lot more pressure with that with that instance, just because it was like, am I gonna get hired?
This is it.
Yeah, like this is my shot. You know what I mean? So
how did you even get before that? Like, how were you were able to get into the mixing DJ? Like,
it was
on
just my
mix shows?
relationship with Herb.
Really?
So like
He
I
would
was
say,
doing,
"Hey, come do it."
Yeah, so I was doing clubs, and I was doing stuff like that, just making a name for myself.
Right.
And then just knowing him, because I would go see him at the club mix, and then like talk to him, and like,
Yeah.
you know, I was just trying to get my foot wherever
Sure.
I could, and it just so happened that, you know, our relationship grew. He was teaching me little stuff, DJing. I was going home practicing. He was getting me records. You know, he would hit me up about certain events. Just different things led up to where he allowed me to go, I guess, try out. You know what I mean?
Sure. Man, it's crazy because I moved here, Fresno, in 2001. And I feel for some reason I've always heard you on the radio since then, but I didn't realize it wasn't really until 2006 you were more.
I mean,
because I feel like
it could
you know
have
what I mean?
been
I feel like
before
you've
then.
always been in.
It could have been before then, and I mean,
Yeah.
One thing I say about my DJ career is I wish I documented more stuff than now, because I have a bad memory now, and like there's things I don't even remember until somebody brings it up.
Bro, that lifestyle, I can
So,
imagine just time,
Yeah,
so
but,
much happens.
I mean, back then I don't think like social media was that big, like recording yourself was that big,
It
and
wasn't.
like sharing stuff, but just for my own personal use, I feel like I should have I wish I'd done a better job just documenting stuff. You know what I mean? Because I can't even really tell you. Like I say 2006 because that's the time frame I'm
Somewhere
thinking.
in that time frame, yeah.
But it could have been 05. I don't think it was after that, but I mean, I was on the radio before that too, just with like mix show weekends. I mean, just trying to put in my work, you know what I mean? And I was running around with the B95 squad, just doing like different events, the fair.
Y'all was like family.
Just doing everything, yeah. So
it became.
Yeah, so like,
was everybody close, or were there like?
I mean,
you know what I'm saying, like
the industry's funny.
Gotcha.
Radio's funny. I think we've developed relationships over time.
Okay, in which way is it?
Well, I was just saying like friendships, like even with like our reps and stuff. You know, once I left radio, like my phone stopped ringing. Different people stopped calling. You know what I mean? So like, you build relationships with certain people. Same thing with radio and your coworkers there. There was a big thing about coworkers and friendship that I learned the hard way. But I mean, now I can still say that I have some friends that were in radio. You know what I mean?
Right. No, you hear that all the time from like artists. A lot of times, a lot of artists, they say when they're hot, everybody's, you know, their phone's ringing, everybody's calling them. They're getting invited to everything. Everyone's easy accessible. But then as soon as they get cold and they don't have a hit, no one answers their calls. Everybody just goes away. So I mean, it's the industry. It's like service.
I think that's life in general. When people can't get nothing from you, then I mean, if they don't have any reason to call you, why are they going to call you?
But those aren't real. Then that's how you know who's real friends and really, you know, really there for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like so life is not supposed to be that way. It's just people feel like they just have to use people for what they can get out of it. But then those same people, they never find true happiness and joy. Like their life is always up and down and chaotic because
I mean,
they don't keep lasting relationships.
Yeah, I was one of those people. You know what I mean? I was like, I needed something from this rep, I'll hit them up. I needed this, I hit them up. But in the same case, they would hit me up like for this or that, or like people would hit me up for this and that. We're hanging around with people just because we're hanging around with them, but doesn't mean we have like, you know what I mean? It was just.
And so it's a tricky situation because it's like business and friendship. It's kind of a fine line when you're in that because it's like you're connecting with somebody and you might think that you guys are close, but you guys need each other or one needs another just to stay relevant or just for business purposes to push their brand or whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes those, I guess, don't go any farther. Because I guess if the relationship's bait is just about the music and what you guys are doing and nothing else, then it's going to be more surface level, I feel, right?
I think it's just more about needs and wants. It's not about a relationship or building one. You know what I mean? It's just...
And no one's taught to build long relationships. Like, you know what I mean? Like what life's about, the connections.
Well, not anymore. I mean, I think that comes when people change. when they
Right.
see life differently, or they want something different. You know what I mean? But in the time, man, it was such a whirlwind back then. It was like so much happening. Radio was, I feel like, I don't know how it was before I got in radio, but I felt like that was the prime. Everything was booming, like the best music, other than 90 hip R&B to me, but like the best music came in those early 2000s and stuff like that. So
Good years.
It was a lot going on, and you know, you get caught in
Just
lost in the sauce, as they say it, you know.
And you being on radio, so you're walking around a celebrity, really. You're a local celebrity.
local
Everybody
celebrity,
knew
yeah.
you. I mean,
And that's one thing.
Did you feel the difference in treatment and all that?
Yeah, I mean, there's some things that I noticed were different. You know what I mean? But I think what I tell people now is like people knew of me, but they didn't know me really as a person.
They knew the name because they would hear you on radio, but not everyone knew.
And then when they knew it was me, then they knew me because of the name, but not me as David. You know what I mean? So,
right.
but I always felt, I mean, during that time, I always felt like I had an alter ego. Like that was my DJ persona, and then I had my David persona. You know what I mean? And there was definitely perks that came along with it, and things that I took advantage of, and different things. But
yeah.
I mean, it was crazy.
What was like some of the celebrities that you can remember or artists? Let's talk about, name one that was like maybe the biggest letdown when you met them in person, like a jerk, or they just weren't who you thought they were.
I don't even know if I want to say.
You don't have to say their name.
But I can say his name, but just because of all the stuff he's going through now. I went to a Beats party in LA, an Interscope Beats party, and there was a bunch of artists there. Just to name some, I think Soulja Boy was there, Ray J, Berg, Will I Am, a bunch of people from Interscope.
Yeah.
And Puff was there.
Puff.
Yeah, so it was a Dr. Dre, Jimmy Iovine, Beats by Dre party. So Puff was there, and at the time I was excited, like, man, that's Puff. Like, I'm gonna go meet him. You know what I mean?
Back then,
Yeah, so I went up to him and I stuck my hand out, like, hey, I'm D SOTO from B95 Fresno. Like, hey, I just want to meet you, whatever. And I mean, he had a big bodyguard with him, and he stopped and he looked at me, and then he looked at my hand, and he just walked away.
Really?
And I was like, whoa, okay. You know, and I mean,
he was looking for some baby oil, bro. He was like, your head wasn't greasy enough.
Man, he was looking for something. It wasn't me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
really?
That was like, I mean, growing up, listening to all that music and hearing the name and like running into somebody like that big in the industry at the time, it was like, and then for that to happen, it was just like man, this is what the industry's like. Right.
You know? So yeah.
At the same party, like the security, I don't know what Ray J did, but the security pushed Ray J down at the bar.
Really?
Yeah, so like, I mean, he was there like doing whatever, doing his Puff thing, I guess, I don't know.
Pushed him down, man. Yeah. Right. Wow. So you had a lot of good times. What was the wild? I know you had a lot of wild moments, but what was probably the most fun, the best time that you could remember you've had while being a DJ? I guess overall.
I think the traveling part of it. I mean, one of the coolest things I would say is when I was traveling around with artists I used to work with named Z Will. I took him to go visit some labels in New York. And then we hit up my reps, and we went to the G Unit headquarters.
Wow, nice.
To see my guy Renee, and then before we left, he was like, "Hey, you want to meet 50?" And I was like, "Yeah." So he took me and Z over to his side of the building, and we got to hang out with him and chill. Like,
how was that?
It was crazy. Like,
was it?
You know, you see 50 on Instagram, and you just kind of see how he is on the outside looking in. But when I was actually sitting there with him, like, he's a really cool, down to earth,
really
like chill. Like, we were able to like sit there and talk, and like he asked us what we were doing out there. It's like, hey, we're just running around with Z's music, and he's like, well, put some on, let me hear some. And so he was listening to a few songs, and you know, gave us some input and just different things like that. And it was like, it was just different, like, to see him in that space, and then be there with them in that space, and just kind of hang out. And I mean, I've been around so many celebrities, and I mean,
it's just
a bunch of cool stuff. You know what I mean?
No, I bet you could write a book, bro. Like, and imagine if Instagram or social media was back then, like your feed would be crazy.
And
it would be crazy. Like you would have so much.
Yeah, and that's one thing I feel like, back then I had so much to share. Not that I don't now, it's just I don't.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't share a
Yeah,
lot,
we're gonna get into. You got a lot to share, bro.
Yeah, so I mean,
like for even what you're doing now.
The DJ life was, there's really like unforgettable moments. Like you kind of think back, like, man, nobody experiences this.
Right.
Like nobody experiences this except us right now.
And no one could relate to probably to the lifestyle, I guess.
Yeah.
Or it's like you want to tell people, but
I mean,
you can't really share. You don't want to share with everybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
I talk about sometimes, and I'm just like, just imagine like getting anything you want whenever you want. Like just.
Give me one example that you can remember. Just walking into places.
My wife and I were in Saratoga, and then we saw that John Legend was there. So I hit up my rep and was like, "Yo, we want to go to the show," and they're like, "SOTO, I got you." Put us 4th row, and we were at the show.
Wow, just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Same day.
The connections are crazy.
Yeah, like just.
Yeah.
It was nothing. It was
nothing.
We went to go see the show. It was a good time.
Yeah.
And it just.
Yeah, man.
Just like those phone calls, like any concert, really.
Sure.
Well, I shouldn't say any concert, but like, the people I had relationships with.
Yeah. I got a quick question because, I did a little bit of music back in my day, early 2000s, and this is a question I'm sure all the local artists would love to hear. Realistically, how much control do the DJs have to play local music? And is there, it's probably like a 2-part question, so just answer it however. And is there a reason that DJs on the radio don't play more local music? Is it because it's not good enough? Is it like more political? Is it, what's going on?
So, as DJs, we could do whatever we want, whether you want to get in trouble or not. So that's the thing. So you're going to get in trouble for playing outside of what we're supposed to play.
Okay.
But if it's good music, you should play it. I've gotten in trouble plenty of times for playing stuff I'm not supposed to be playing.
Really? And what do you mean by trouble? Like, what do? They cut your pay or something, or what?
No, we didn't get paid a lot anyways. But like I was doing the morning show and the night show at B95 at one point. And I got in trouble for playing records before they were on the list of records we could play. And they eventually took me off of the night show because of that reason. And they just left me on the morning show. But what I never understood was the music I was playing, we ended up adding it later anyways. I was just the first one to play it. And then I get in trouble, and then we add it 2 weeks later. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So just stuff like that. But a lot of it's based, to be honest with you, a lot of it's based on relationships.
It is.
A lot of it's based on, ultimately, if your music's good or not. You know what I mean? And whether you want to take the risk to get in trouble or not.
Really, right. But I think the big one, like you said, is relationships, like we talked about early. And when you're young and you're into music and you're trying to get it out, you don't understand that it's more than just, you could, truth be told, could you hear a hot song from a local artist or you just thought was really good, but you don't know them? Would you or any DJs reach out to play it?
Yeah.
They would.
That's part of being a DJ is finding music.
Right.
You know what I mean? Finding artists, finding music. And
so what you're saying is there's not enough local artists that have good music, and that's why they don't get played.
I'm not in the local scene anymore. There was a lot of good music back then.
Yeah.
Maybe they were being managed not the right way, or there was a big movement at one point.
There was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and, there was some locals getting some airplay.
Yeah, but I just feel like what artists need to understand too is like just because a DJ didn't play your stuff on the radio doesn't mean they weren't playing it at the clubs or parties.
Right.
Because radio is real political, and it goes back to whether that DJ wants to get in trouble or not.
Is it worth the risk?
So when you got a big name DJ and they pretty much could do whatever they want, play whatever they want.
Right.
There was other ways to get them to play the music.
Sure.
But it's just based on the DJ, and artists need to realize that radio is a business too. So it just can't, we just can't change the format of it or the programming of it when we want. You know what I mean? So I mean, I learned that the hard way because I was doing things I wasn't supposed to and got in trouble for it. But
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
And at the end of the day, including myself, when I was an artist, it was more artistry and not business. It was artists first and barely any business. But we have to learn because no one understands. It's more of a hobby, and artists love to do their music. They don't realize, they don't have the business side of that. So they don't understand, like, no, I need to build relationships. I need to operate like a business. However that transactions need to be, whatever deals need to be made, you got to make business decisions, business deals. And so I think that gets lost a lot of times too. It's like, they just want to do the music. They think it's good and that should be good enough, but it's more to that.
I mean, as an artist, I feel like they have a job as well to market and promote themselves.
Yeah,
because if they're buzzing, then we should know about them. I mean, if we don't, if a random guy comes up to you and says, hey, play my song right now, and you don't even know who they are or what the song is, most likely you're not going to play it until you go home and listen to it, or whatever.
If you get around to it. But truth be told, even back then, like when I was really into it, I know quite a few artists. I know one in particular I'm thinking of had really good music, like really good songs, like songs of quality that people probably just not aware of, or it just, I'm sure you've heard some songs. You're like, man, why isn't this bigger? Why isn't this song on the radio? Why? But it has that quality. And a lot of it is lack of marketing and promoting and advertising. And maybe they don't have a following. They just made a good song and that's,
I feel like if social media was what it is now back then, a lot of these artists would have had bigger moments. Right. But it's just the reach. A lot of it comes with budget. What are you doing? Are you hiring somebody to help push your music? A DJ could play it, but if they're not really helping you push it or give it to their friends, or, it's a whole movement behind breaking records. They had reps that did that all the time, 24/7, that were working with big artists and younger artists if their budget was right.
That's what I'm gonna say, and they weren't doing it for free.
That's what it came down to. You know what I mean? And again, it's just relationships.
That's it. Relationships and have a little change. And that's the downfall of artists too, as well, is like you just don't have money. You don't have the money to put behind a song.
But if you're out there working and it's moving organically and it's a good song, it's gonna move. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So like, if somebody has a good song and it's moving and people are talking about it, and then when it finally gets to me or that artist or any DJ, they know about it because it's moving. You're out there working.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. The only way for a song to get moved, no matter how good it is you have to work it. Because I think a lot of time artists think, like I used to think, you make a great song and you put it on SoundCloud and it should automatically just go viral. That's the mindset. They don't, and I think maybe 1 out of 1,000 happens that way, right? They just upload it to MySpace back in the day or whatever you upload it to, and then it goes viral. But no, you really got to work it. You got to be actively on it.
And this is about being consistent.
And consistent, right.
Because like some people will do it for a little while, then stop, and then go back, and then they just lose that momentum. Because
they're artists. They move on to another song. They record another song the next day, and they like this one better now, and they forget about the old
that's
song.
okay if that's the way you want to put out music. Like, some artists put out songs on SoundCloud every day for every week or whatever it is, you know what I mean? But it's just about being consistent and putting out good product.
That's it.
And then building your core fan base.
Facts. Hey, let's get into talk about what V Hill is. I've always seen that around and connected.
Village Hill was
Village Hill.
It was a brand way back in the day that one of my friends, Andrew, started. They had a store downtown. They would sponsor skaters. It was more like a skate shop type thing. And I guess at the if you call it a brand ambassador or somebody that they started working with and they just started lacing me with clothes and I was wearing it and started repping for them.
I thought it was your own brand.
No. And I was just part of the crew and the group of friends who were hanging around at the time and just hanging out and making clothes and my job was just to wear it out in the clubs and different places so people could see it.
Gotcha.
Lace people with some stuff. And,
and they just gave you the merch and the rock.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. And so you're still DJing too, though, right?
I am.
It don't stop. Do you plan on DJing forever? Or is there? Because I know you love it, right?
Yeah, no, the love for it is there. I've always said like, I don't want to be the 50-year-old DJ
Why
out
not?
there. I mean, now I feel like, why not? You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
I think it's just where you place yourself. I mean, I don't want to be the 50-year-old DJ at the club in downtown or Tower.
18
you know what I
over
mean?
21
And,
over club.
I mean, I would still go out there if they invited me. But every Saturday I'm at Chancey, the casino.
Yeah, yeah.
I enjoy the environment. It's like DJing a wedding every Saturday. Different crowds, different ages, different people.
Come on out. What days?
It's on Saturdays.
At what time?
From 9 to 1 inside the Firehouse Lounge at Chancey Casino.
You there live in the mix, huh?
Yeah, every Saturday.
Sweet.
And then I do a lot of school events during the day.
Oh, really?
So,
I didn't
yeah,
know
so the business that I own now, we do a lot of school merch and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I've been connected with schools, but so I'm just doing the school route. So we do a lot of school dances, rallies, events, stuff like that.
They don't, I'm going to get back to that, but I just remember back, I don't know if they still do it, and I don't know if it was a B95 thing, but they would do those teen events.
So
at what was it? At
Blackbeard's.
Blackbeard's? Yeah, do they
so
still
Teen
do that?
Jam was my
Teen
event.
Jam, that was yours?
Yeah, so I started it. B95 tried to come and do one. But the Teen Jams were my event.
That was those, I think I went to one, but those were crazy.
Yeah, so it was like, I mean, to be a teen back then, it must have been really crazy. I look back and I'm like, man, that was pretty crazy.
We're talking thousands, maybe thousands.
Yeah,
maybe
so
it could have been hundreds
wild.
of thousands of kids.
Yeah, from like, again, I'm bad with years, but 2012 to 2015, or it was a few years that we were doing. We're bringing local artists out. We're bringing bigger artists out with at the time too. But yeah, Teen Jam was a big deal.
Any issues back then? Like,
well, that's the reason we stopped them, is because it started becoming issue. The kids weren't really being respectful to the venue, to their games. They were breaking them. There started being fights, different things. So we decided just to stop them. But I mean, at one point, we were doing teen jams, we were doing the water slide teen events, we were doing concerts for the teens. We were doing New Year Eve lock-in, where I was bringing an artist to perform.
I heard about that too.
So all that was happening during that time, and I mean, we were bringing big artists. You know, we brought. I mean, just to name a few. I mean, we brought Jack and Trax the same night. D-Lo.
R.I.P. both, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, Jack was my guy. We brought D-Lo, Audio Push, Sage the Gemini. I mean,
and they were at the top then. At that time, they were
Priceless the Rock. You know, during that time,
man, so many,
all kinds of. I mean, it was a crazy time for the kids, and a busy time for me, just like orchestrating and we only did them during the summer, so when school was out, through the summer, and then we stopped them. And then in between like breaks, we would throw something and different things like that. I started doing the New Year's events, and it just kept building, and it was crazy.
You got a really good knack, and that's one of your big strengths is throwing events. And it feels like you love. I know it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But do you enjoy throwing events? And
I do. I'm real particular, so I mean, it's a lot of stress and overthinking in my part, because most people don't even realize certain things that I overthink. You know what I mean?
Right.
But overall, as long as it's a great event, fun, safe, and then brings the community together, now that those are the things I'm trying to do.
Because I was going to get into what you're doing now, your bread and butter, your business, Central Valley Sports. We can definitely talk about that. And every year you do the Halloween trunk or treat event, which, man,
you were there last year.
Yeah. Thanks to you, you let me set up a booth, and we're talking thousands of people. It was just so many people. I was like, this is huge.
Yeah. So this year, will be our 4th annual.
How many people did you have attend last year?
Last year we had 2,000 people come.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was just people that we clocked in. That's not including like all the vendors, their friends.
Right.
That was just people that were going through our line.
Because we were at that booth for, like, it just kept coming. Like, people just never stopped for hours, just kept coming by.
Yeah,
like,
so
wow.
the trunk or treat it started just to put light on Central Valley sports.
Yeah.
We hosted it there. I thought we had 20 vendors. I thought it was going to be like family and friends come out, and that was it. But it was like...
It just grew?
It just blew up the first year.
Really?
We ran out of candy so fast, we had to go buy more, like come back. And the second year, we got 30 vendors. Last year, we had 40 vendors. This year, we're aiming to get 50 vendors.
Is it just word of mouth? Are you advertising?
Yeah, so
it?
it's just... So the people that are coming, it's a great experience because they're the ones that are sharing it. You know what I mean? And everybody says it's organized. There's always candy. We do free haircuts for the kids. We give out free hot dogs for the kids. Everything is just free. You know, this year we're trying to incorporate a lot of service-based organizations to give information out to families and different things like that. And we have a nonprofit now called the Valley Collective, and our goal is to throw free community events. So the Trunk or Treat is kind of falling under the Valley Collective now and just hosting it at Central Valley Sports. So with our connections now, we're going to be giving this year, we're teaming up with the Central California Food Bank. So we're going to be giving out free produce to families in need.
Wow.
Awesome. We have a partnership with PepsiCo, so we're going to be having free sodas to give out. Just a bunch of free stuff for families in the community. And I mean, one of the big things that I was trying to get for the last 3 years, but finally they confirmed this year, we have Dutch Bros coming out this year.
Wow.
So it's just growing. A lot of people are getting involved.
I felt like Tesla was there last year.
Tesla was there last year.
Crazy, dude. They're gonna have to shut down maybe 4 or 5 blocks. Like, I mean, it's gonna be more like you might have to move it to the fairgrounds one day.
And that's what I'm thinking.
You know what I mean? As big as it's getting.
I don't, but I feel like we may need to make a change. I don't because I feel like people know of it there.
Yeah.
So it's just about making sure we could still do it there and keep things safe and controlled and organized.
And it's good because like more like businesses and industrial. It's not like we're in a neighborhood with people, housing and stuff. So people aren't upset that there's so many people. It's just more in the area. It's a good area.
Yeah. So it's just confined, I guess.
Yeah.
Not a lot of traffic.
Right.
I mean, in that area on a Sunday. The event is on October 25th. 3 to 6.
Yep.
At Central Valley Sports. It's confined, and that area is more warehouses. So on a Sunday, nobody's working, so nobody's there.
Right.
So we're not bothering nobody. We're just trying to get people together, have a safe event, trying to get more people on board. Shout out to the Village Church. They always come out and volunteer and help us with that. My family's there. Close friends are there, so it's a lot of vendors come out and give back to the community, and that's what it's all about.
So. No, it was awesome, brother. Yeah. I had a good time. It was just amazing. Had my son out there helping give out candy, and but how much candy do you guys? Because we ran out of every time we ran out of candy, you guys refilled it.
Yeah,
I'm like, you got tons and tons of.
So we do charge a vendor fee to go out, but. I mean,
you could raise that, just to be real.
Yeah, I mean, But the thing is, so the thing is I want to make. So I didn't even want to charge that much, but all that money goes back into the event. So that's how we buy more candy and make sure nobody goes out.
Okay.
This year with our partnerships and our nonprofit, there's going to be even more candy.
Wow.
So we don't have to skimp and give 1 or 2. We could give handfuls to all these people that are coming through the lines, and we try to cater towards the children only.
Yeah.
I know our first year we had some adults that try to take advantage of certain things, and after seeing that, I tell everybody, this is a kid friendly. We try to cater to the youngins,
right?
Young adults,
Shame on you adults trying to push kids out the way to get candy.
Individuals with disabilities, stuff like that, that we're trying to cater towards. But people automatically think free stuff and they just want to go ham. You know what I mean? So we try to keep it controlled and locked in, just so everybody is served in where they need to be served. So
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Speaking of which, let's talk about a little bit about the business side, because man, you've been running this business for how many years now? Like
I've owned Central Valley Sports. This is my 8th year.
8th year.
Yeah, so I bought it in January of 2018.
Let's tell people what it is, because people may not be.
So
familiar.
Central Valley Sports is a screen print and embroidery shop. Over the years, we kind of
this shirt right here.
incorporated.
He does all my merch.
We incorporated.
It's just one of the examples, I got the.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing a hat, but go ahead.
We incorporated like banners, promotional gear. I mean, anything you could think of when it comes to branding or putting your logo on certain items, we could do. If not in-house, but we work with so many vendors that we could get things. I mean, whatever you could think of.
Anything, yeah.
Anything.
I'm always ordering from you guys. And you guys do some design too. You guys could design.
Yeah, so
logos.
we have an in-house graphic designer that handles the needs of that. If somebody brings ideas to us, we try to help bring them to life.
Yeah.
We work with a lot of different school districts, businesses, and then just private orders, or people that just want to get stuff for themselves, or family reunions, or anything like that. So
So screen printing.
Screen print. Over the years we bought a direct to garment printer. We bought a digital large format digital printer. We do a bunch of different decoration processes. So whatever the customer is needing, we could pretty much get it done.
You can knock it out. Awesome. What's been like some of the challenges? I know business is not easy.
COVID for sure was the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
I was 3 years into buying the business. COVID hit. It was like, life is over. Like, business is done.
Yeah.
Like, what's happening?
Right.
But that's a whole other story, because during that time, I had open heart surgery in 2020.
Wow.
That kind of, it was a blessing in disguise.
Timing.
So business slowed, but it allowed me to slow down to recover from my surgery. DJing for me stopped, so I didn't have to worry about going to gigs or rescheduling, or everything just stopped, and then it was time for me to go take care of this.
See how God works? He'll work it out perfectly,
That's what I'm
man.
saying.
That's a blessing.
That's what I'm saying. So
talk about that experience, if you don't mind, like the open heart. Did you know, was there something leading up to that?
yeah, so I knew about the condition. Well, I didn't know. I didn't really pay attention to it. My parents knew back when I was 13.
Really?
So they knew I had a heart defect, and my mom told me later that the doctors had told her that I would have to have surgery in my teens, but it never progressed. So I just, but it wasn't until I was older where I understood what was going on. But because of the issue, I would visit the cardiologist on a yearly basis. Like, they would always check up. And growing up, I just thought, like, I have to go to the cardiologist every year. I didn't understand what was going on.
Right.
And then in my, early 20s, I started realizing, like, hey, this is a situation,
Yeah.
And as I got older, it started progressing. And during COVID, it was July, I think, 2020, I started having a lot of symptoms as far as like shortness of breath, fatigue, chest pains. And I thought it was COVID at first, because at that time we really didn't know what was going on with everything. This was during the lock, or what was it called?
Stay at home
orders, whatever.
Yeah.
And I took it real serious, because on the news they were saying people were dying with underlying situations or issues, and I had the heart condition. I was like, man, no way I'm going out. Like, I'm staying away from everybody. And I thought I had COVID, because I started feeling like it started getting worse. And I made an appointment to go see my cardiologist. He seen me, and sure enough, after the test they did, he was like, yeah, it's time for you to have surgery. Like, your aortic valve is pretty much blocked, so.
How'd you feel? Were you scared, nervous?
I wasn't, I was scared, but I wasn't trying to be scared.
Right.
At the time, like, he sent me to another, my last appointment was in Modesto, because all the at Kaiser at the time, a lot of the departments were closed. So I had to go to an appointment to Modesto. They did the final, what is it, MRI, or when they scan your heart, whatever. And then on my way back, I got a call for a consultation already. And then I went to that. And this was beginning of October. And he was like, okay, we're going to do this, the surgeon. And I was like, all right, I guess we're going to do this. And he's like, okay, see you Monday. And I was like, Monday?
Like how soon? Like, wait a minute.
And I was like, I can't Monday. Like my sister's getting married October 10th. Like, I have to be there. Like, I can't miss it. And he was like, okay, I'll see you October 12th. And I was like,
whoa.
What? So started planning for that. I think the hardest part for me during that time was talking to my family just in case something happened to me.
Gotcha, yeah.
That was really hard.
There was so the doctor did say what the percentage of risk was for?
Anytime you're working with your brain or your heart, anything could.
But did he give you like, hey, there's this?
He didn't really give me a percentage. What he did tell me was, if I didn't have the surgery within 2 years, I would have a massive heart attack and die. And I was like, well, I don't want that to happen. So, you take your chances.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And went to my sister's wedding. I felt like it was happy and sad at the same time.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I don't know if I told anybody this, but in my head, I was thinking like, man, this might be the last time I see like all these people together, because I'm going into open heart surgery that Monday, 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And so I'm hugging everybody, and mind you, like COVID's still real. So like we're trying to distance our, what is that, 6 foot,
so,
or whatever it was.
Yeah, 6 feet
But
away.
I'm hugging everybody, my aunts, uncles, whoever came out to the wedding.
Sure.
And, it was outdoors, so we try to be as safe as possible, and that's going on in the back of my head. And the wedding's over, Sunday comes, talk to my family, and then Monday morning, shoot to the hospital.
He's ready to roll. All
Yeah,
right, here we go, God. It's me and you. Whatever you want from me, to,
Yeah, I struggled with my faith during that time, just because during COVID I didn't have no visitors. So after the surgery, I was in the hospital for a week, and it was like I was pretty much there by myself, because I would see the nurse every now and again. I take that back. In the ICU part of it, I had 2 nurses, and they were there with me like 24/7. When they moved me to my own room, I didn't see the nurse but once a day, maybe twice a day, but spread out.
So obviously you were asleep the whole time. So when you woke up, did you feel any pain? Did you know where you were? Were you out in pain?
I think the first thing I remember when I woke up, it was they were pulling the breathing tubes out. And I was gasping for air, and I tried to like sit up, but I couldn't because there was so much pain in my chest. So I just remember like opening my eyes, seeing these tubes coming out, and then, I think that's it. Like I was trying to gasp for air, try to breathe, and then I was out again. The second time, I'd have to ask my wife, because I don't know if she was there during that time. And then I remember seeing her there, because she said that they let her visit for 1 hour, and that was it.
Wow.
But I was able to call the kids on an iPad, and